Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight, featuring Emily. This week we are talking about the Bowmouth Guitarfish. So this is the Bowmouth Guitarfish. It looks like it belongs in like 4 different groups of animals. It's not actually a true guitarfish, and it looks kind of like a shark, like an angel shark, but it's not a shark. It is actually a species of ray. Since it looks so weird, it has multiple other names, including things like shark ray. They're found in mostly coastal tropical waters, so they like warm water and kind of muddier, sandier environments. So they can be found on the coasts of many countries in the Indo-Pacific area. They extend all the way from South Africa over to Asia, around like Korea, and even down to some areas in Australia. So they're pretty widespread, but despite that, they're actually quite rare. They are classified as being critically endangered. However, some sources say that they're vulnerable. Most of the ones I found say critically endangered. They're endangered due to multiple factors, including accidental bycatch, when fishermen accidentally catch these guys when intending to catch other things, and then the fish end up dying in that net. They're also intentionally caught for a couple things, such as shark fin soup, in which only the fins are used and the usual still living fish is just tossed back overboard. That's an entire other ethical thing. But sometimes they're caught for that, and their meat is sold in a couple places, specifically I think in India, that's considered good food. And like pretty much everything else in the ocean, they are affected by habitat loss and degradation, as well as factors like pollution. Most fish are especially sensitive to pollution, but these guys aren't quite as affected as some fish that live in areas such as coral reefs that are very affected by habitat loss. Since they prefer less like delicate environments, like just sandy and muddy areas, loss of things like coral reef doesn't affect them as much. However, pollution and like just junk and everything still does affect them quite a bit. Fortunately, there are quite a few conservation efforts going on. These guys do actually do quite well in aquariums. Not like individual hobbyist pet aquariums, but like larger, like established zoos and aquariums that are fully equipped to take care of these guys, because they are quite a large fish. They're big guys, but they're also rather low maintenance. They tend to just like sit and chill on the sand and mud at the bottom of aquariums, so they do quite well in captivity, which is very good because they also breed quite well in captivity, which does very good for conservation efforts. Lots of animals just will not breed or even survive in captivity, so it's always a good thing when you get something that's just like, yeah, sure, we'll live here, we'll breed here. Great. So there are multiple Bowmouth guitarfish found in multiple aquariums across the world, and lots of those aquariums are doing like breeding programs and conservation efforts, so it does look like these guys do have a pretty good chance at coming back from the critically endangered status.